it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here, and unless a miracle does happen, this is Journey's End for the OA. This is episode 8 of season 2, which is called Overview, and I'm really excited to check things out to see how they do conclude season 2, but I'm also going to be heartbroken with how they do set things up for season 3. But let's pretend the miracle does happen and some other network decides to shove the middle finger to Netflix and picks up the OA to continue its incredible story, because I think we can agree that season 2, I mean, the entirety of the OA has been an absolute blast, but season 2 has been nothing short of incredible. Like, it's been mesmerizing. It's been wonderful. It's had your mind screaming WTF like a billion times. It's just been a right doozy, and yeah, like I said, it sucks that it seems to be coming to an end, but I'm really excited to check things out in terms of how they do close this chapter of the OA, because last episode, like, it had your mind screaming with theories, with information drops, such as Elodie showing up. And that screamed a theory that she's Katoon for me, but also the fact that she told us some essential information, like, you know, you keep running from Hap, you can't, because you, Homer, and Hap, you're like a cosmic family, so, and breaking that will be risky for the universes, so, yeah. She also gave the vital information that she needs to trace her mind back to the accident and mesh with Nina as a rover, just like Homer has to, because that's like a reverse, isn't it? With Dr. Roberts being at the frame and Homer's locked away like Nina was, so he's got to unlock that, and I'm hoping we get to see that in this episode, because the signs have been pointing in the right direction for Homer. He just needs to integrate. So yeah, we also had Kareem and us meeting Pierre's face for the first time, because he's been a mystery man, and like I said, I'm still disappointed that it was not Jake Gyllenhaal with all the Spider-Man references I was making in the last episode. No, but we saw Pierre Ruskin, who gave his statement about the house after we learned that the gas was infecting those who were into the game. And we also got to find out that the 3 images that have been recalled from the dreams, there was a 4th image. Somehow, it happened to show Kareem's face. So, this has been calling for him. And I'm really excited to continue his story, because that was a very exciting revelation as well. I'm also hoping that BBA and Co. do manage to cross into Dimension 2, because that's been a pressing issue this season as well. But also they are making their way to Treasure Island in Dimension 1. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing their stories, because if we were to be left on episode 6, that would feel like a low blow. Like, if their story ended in episode 6, low blow. So yeah, I'm expecting things to pick up with them. But yeah, with that said, let's end this journey of the OA for now. I have hope. We gotta have hope, because the world is a dark place and we need this light. So, yeah, this is episode 8 of season 2 of the OA. This is Overview. Let's go.
She's smoking.
Is that unusual?
You ever seen her smoke before?
She was only here for a few days. I don't know. I'd say no.
She breaks out of the facility and checks back in of her own free will. Maybe she got a message.
Something isn't
She asked for
right.
you, Dr. Percy.
Don't keep a girl waiting.
Who was she?
What do the Mafia and the Pussy have in common? One slip of the tongue and you're in deep shit.
I like that. I like that.
I'll take it from here.
Oh, 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 oh. Yes. kind of unlock something for?
Because I can see.
Yes! 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 It took you 8 episodes, but you're here!
Away!
So hyped! So hyped! He showed up!
I
On
should
his
have listened.
own? Oh, shit!
I need your help.
It was
All this
Steve!
I thought it was Theo haunting.
Oh, my heart. We all needed this group hug.
Is here.
She's
I introduced Pierre to you.
right.
After I read Quantum Psychotic,
Someone
I read it
needs
in a
to
single night. I
integrate.
was at your office the next day. I brought you those dolls
The Russian dolls.
as a gift.
What a great
for
metaphor
opening
they
my
were.
mind. Left to attend to his affairs. You betrayed me.
Oof.
No.
Oof.
No. I would never.
Some
betray
things
you.
are a constant in
The air device.
other dimensions.
I had a.
Access to his vulnerable unconscious in therapy. You planted the seed. All you had to do was remind Pierre of his love of crowdsourcing a problem and then let him connect that idea to the house himself. Presto, let his moral
Oh.
conscience.
There we go. Good on. Oh god. He's speedrunning this shit. Gonna break her out? Yeah. Break him out? Yeah.
I'm going to break you out of yours.
Yeah, I'd stand back. Just give it a bit more oomph, Renata.
And then one day, an Englishman did it in 3:59.
Because Brits excel at the sport, right?
6 weeks later, someone else did it, and another. Now, a strong high schooler can do it. It's our inability to conceive of things that holds us back. These flowers offer a glimpse into other dimensions. I've made a
Other
crude
potentials.
map.
Oh,
Don't
shit!
overreact. I understand. I know it's shocking.
Yeah, you
It's hard
understand.
to get used to, but think of the bigger picture.
Scott.
For dark ever again. Just try it. Please.
No, no,
All you have to do
no.
is eat it to glimpse the destination.
So that's what he was seeing, like... It was like a sat-nav. Whoa! Jet, no!
I didn't do this. The house did this.
Oh.
You're taking the opportunity to learn.
And you exploited it! Steve.
Before I had the chance to become anything, you crushed me. But you didn't destroy me. I died and came back to life with something you will never have.
This... Right,
You have
this quote.
violence and terror and loneliness.
Holy shit. Brewery's a boss.
Gracias, Viera. We have faith.
Oh my god, that is angelic. Pun intended, absolutely. Oh! Oh, I got chills. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. You could really use a snorkel. Oh?
You yourself don't.
I would never forgive myself.
God.
Well, you'll remember. You just won't believe.
You sick son of a bitch! I hate him. I hate him. I hate him.
Now, we have to move.
They're gonna do it!
We have to move.
The bird. Wait. Wait. He's gonna gain access, isn't he? Because the bird's there. Yes! Homer! Homer! Holy shit!
Oh,
Ah! Oh! You selfish, manipulative fuckboy. Oh my god, everything's happening!
I'll follow you.
Because you got a bond with her. Shit. Ooh! You can see where many can't. Confirmed. The theories. That is... If that isn't an angel, what is? Woof. Halfway to another universe, isn't it? And they've jumped as... Holy shit! Holy shit! What the fuck?
Can you hear me?
Britt?
Oh my god. Britt.
Britt.
Britt. Don't move.
Whoa! Meta much?
We need a fucking ambulance.
His boat. So wait, is this world basically telling OA Season 2?
Catterson, now give me your hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Oh! So, did Michelle touch to wake up? Yeah.
Hey, where are you going? I'm Jason Isaacs.
What the fuck?
My wife. Oh,
What?
Go, 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 go.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What is this? A mirror to Season 1 end. Oh!
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Ooh. Yeah, let's not start.
No hap.
Steve's first encounter with... Holy shit. What an explosive ending, though, to the OA as a whole. Because there's going to still be some unanswered things, like the brothers, for example. Like, we didn't touch up upon Elias further, and I'm sure that might have been delved into in Season 3. Did all the boys make it to Dimension 3? Because it seemed like Steve did. And I would imagine they would will themselves to OA, so they would all be in Dimension 3. Yeah, what would happen to Britt as well? Because it looked like she suffered a head injury as well, so I have a feeling that that might influence. Oh, like she would be on the back foot. OA would like this version of Prairie Brit. Can't get over that. I don't know. Maybe Homer would have to take charge or something like that. Like, and Brit has amnesia. She doesn't believe she's Prairie, and Prairie would be locked away, so she would need to be unlocked. So it would kind of be a reverse of Homer, I'm guessing. So, or similar, or it would be Homer's story for Prairie for Brit in season 3. Um, and the roles are reversed. Homer would try to unlock Prairie, like Prairie tried to unlock Homer. So, oh my god, that finale was just incredible. It was really, really superb, and we got answers about the plants as well, and why Hap had such euphoric delight with the plant in the last episode. It was because he got a perspective of he got an idea of where, like, of the next universe, because that's what those plants were. They were a they were a perspective drug, I guess. No, but that's the thing. We got further idea about what the plants were. It's like uh, it literally is a sat nav. It's a map, as the bodies of prairies, of those connected to prairies, were being used as fertilizers for the plants. And it's typical Hap, isn't it? Having people killed to explore further. Ugh. But that's always been Hap, isn't it? He always expands the mind to explore further. He will always do these sickening things in order to, because he talked about the runners, for example, on how they got further and further and further, and that's what he's doing as well. But it also plays on Pierre's comments about how many people died to get to the moon, and look at what they achieved. See, similar situation here with Hap. Like, people are dying. The people on the missing reports that Kareem was reading, and this is all in the name of, look at what we've achieved. We are able to dictate what universe we can go to. And yeah, it was quite sickening as well. But I think it also explains that's why Rachel said only BB-8 can go. Because BB-8 wasn't in the pool. She wasn't the one dead. So if you woke up in Dimension 2, like, if someone like Steve, for example, because we saw him in the pool, it was everyone but BB-8, it seemed. But if Steve went, because he was hell bent on going through, if Steve went through, then that would be a bit of a bummer, wouldn't it? Because of the fact that he's dead in Dimension 2. So yeah, but not in Dimension 3, though. He managed to catch up to because that was a nice mirror from the ending of Season 1, where Steve was chasing the ambulance, but he got there at the end, and he confronted Hap. Oh, see, I'm pissed. Netflix, you're a bitch. I'm saying it right now, and yet we love you. It's like, it's like Disney, isn't it? Like, we hate them, like with the Spider-Man thing, but we love them as well, so... Yeah. But honestly, I was so invested with the fact that we went to Dimension 3. And like, it's so weird because you were told with Elodie and Scott about this dimension, and you're thinking, ooh, this is intriguing because it's kind of breaking the fourth wall, isn't it? Where Elodie said, oh, I'm an actress. Like, oh, what? The actress you're playing right now? So yeah. And it is so very, very intriguing when you first learn about it. But then we get access to that universe, and Hap and Prairie are actually Jason and Britt in this world. So it's, I wouldn't say an exact it is our universe, because I don't believe Jason and Britt are together in the real world. But it's kind of like a close parallel world to ours, where things are the same but a little bit different, I guess. It's like a 99. It's like it's like a literal copy of this world where it's like you can copy my homework, but don't make it obvious. So yeah, I mean, all of these worlds are copies in a sense, but you have those who are really really close in terms of copies. Like this world seems to be like, because you have Jason and Britt in this world playing, who are not only actors in this world, but they are making the show the OA in Dimension 3, it seems. So yeah. Not just that though, but Jason had a British accent, which Jason does have a British accent in the real life. So it's great to know in Dimension 3 I'm still a YouTuber in the OA verse, I guess. So yeah, I'm a YouTuber, so that's great. I'd still probably do reactions, I'm guessing, but who knows, it might be a little different. Maybe I'll just react to anything, like 10 shocking things, like those videos. Like you'll just react to any video that will get you views and all of that jazz. So yeah, maybe I'm not YouTuber. Kill it with fire. No, in all seriousness, yeah, I'm pissed in a sense because I would have loved to explore that universe. And like I said, if Brit in this universe plays the same role, like, because that's what I feel like what would have happened, because it seemed like Brit took a heavy fall, like how Prairie floated and then dropped in Dimension 2 as Kareem saw, which we'll get to him in a minute. I'm assuming she would have suffered some kind of head trauma or some kind of amnesia that would have set things up for season 3. But I'm thinking that would have trapped Prairie, so she wouldn't be the one taking control this season, and everyone else is clicked into their role. So that's what I'm saying. It's a reverse of for Homer. It would be Homer's situation, wouldn't it? And Homer would probably be the one to wake Prairie up, like Prairie woke up Homer. And I gotta say, that was really, really great when Homer woke up. And Renata breaking him out with that ironic thing, it was really, really great stuff. But, yeah, I'm really bummed out. I'm really, really bummed out. So, yeah. But yeah, all I can just say about this episode is what the fuck? Like, that's what my mind was going at for the final 10 minutes of this episode. It was just so sinister, like especially when Hap led Prairie out, and when Hap had that trap set with the enlarged robots that Elodie performed, and it was just mind-blowing. And I do like how this episode delves so much into delving deep into the human mind, like expanding the mind, like this season has, especially with Pierre in episode 7, but this episode especially when we got to see what was inside the room. I don't know why, but I'm currently writing a bit of an audio story for myself, where I'm currently writing this aspect about this person who talks about how humanity is held back, and that's the thing with Hap. Like, humanity is so held back, we can explore further. So yeah, my story is a really, really dark story, and a really emotional one, but I'm not going to go into too much detail. But that's the thing, like, we can explore new territories, can't we? We can just expand the mind, because I don't know how to word this, but I think the human race as themselves, they don't really put into perspective about how much potential there could be in the like, not just the universe, but the potential multiverse. And I'm not trying to size myself up against the entire human race, but I always do have that odd occasion where I do like to think beyond what we see today, I guess, like the multiverse. Like I'm always like I've said it in my OA reactions anyways, that I love the idea of the multiverse, and I love the fascination about, well, Liam could be this in this universe, and another Liam could be this in this universe. I'm always a fanatic about that. Not just that though, but expanding the mind to decisions made, like your typical turn left, turn right situations, I guess. Um, and that's what I really, really loved about Hap in this episode. Um, it's sickening to see with the garden pool thing that he's got going on, and how that can branch out the multiverse. How you can you can fertilize these bodies and branch out paths to the multiverse. Um, but he's taking Pierre's not that he was there for it, but he's taken Pierre's comments into heart about people dying to get to the moon, and look at that perspective. He's opening his mind to these possibilities to explore the world. Not encouraging it by any means, but it is so fascinating, isn't it? So yeah, and I do think that a lot of people don't put into perspective about how great a thing, like how great the mind can expand, like how there could be so much more. I mean, yeah, people can. There's a lot of people who can speculate. Oh, maybe we aren't the only people in existence. Maybe there are aliens, but it will go further than beyond aliens, like the multiverse, for example. So, yeah. I mean, anyone can make theories about the fact that we're not alone in the universe, but I think fewer people make these thoughts about parallel decisions and multiverses and all of that. So I'm going very, very deep, but yeah, you can become so fascinated and yet still disgusted with what Hap is doing, because um he is making a map with these people, and these plants give this potential, expands the mind, gives people a perspective, and this prompts the idea to create this. It gives this idea um, to create this pool. I'm just thinking about the fact that he tasted that plant in episode 7. I'm guessing that was his first time or something, because I don't know. It seemed like it suggested it was his first time, but any case, it's still sickening to see that this idea of um it's still kind of haunting to see this idea of plants growing inside. It gives you a perspective of the multiverse, and you taste that plant and your mind expands. It grows further. So it is, that's why I'm calling it like a perspective drug, because it did expand Hap's mind, and thus we've got a garden of um or forking paths, I guess. So yeah. And yeah, it was just really, really eerie to see. But yeah, Kareem as well, we got to see him explore the house, and we got to have his personal arc close, because he was able to retrieve Michelle, who seemingly managed to reach the rose glass window and was trapped in Dimension 3. So when Kareem managed to get to the rose glass window and open the portal, calling out to Michelle, Michelle was able to run back, get back into Dimension 2. And it makes sense why the grandmother was like, that's not Michelle, because that wasn't Michelle. Michelle's conscious was stuck in Dimension 3. So presto, thank goodness for Kareem. But yeah, I really enjoyed seeing how Kareem was so worked up about what Pierre said, because whilst he is a shady character, Pierre, um, I think Kareem respects the fact that he's not automatically going to be ignorant and think, well, he's stupid, so, or he's lost the plot. He does have some validation, and it's up to Kareem to test what Pierre said into practice by exploring the house. So yeah, I really liked how we got that scene in the boat where he was worked up and then he explored the house. Um, and then managed to get to the rose glass window to open the portal. So yeah, which I thought was nicely symbolic with the bird, because that does branch to the multiverse, doesn't it? So yeah, and that was waiting to access Prairie, and there we go. So yeah, but it was really, really good for Kareem's story, personal arc to end. So yeah, but also we got to see BB-8 and the gang go to Treasure Island, albeit a more abandoned Treasure Island. Certainly a glow up in Dimension 2, definitely. But we got to see Prairie not just follow Prairie, which is really, really eerie, isn't it? Like, about how, like, it's still really eerie about the fact that BB-8 can tap into the to the multiverse, as well as being able to follow Prairie. Like being able to tell Prairie's here, but she's not in this room. So yeah, but we also put further examples into dreams being a way of time travel, because we had that with Homer's NDE, we had that with Dr. Rhodes and how she said that people prophesied World War II, and BB-8's dream was revealed. It wasn't just Theo calling her in the Upside Down, it was actually BB-8 glimpsing into the future, glimpsing at, it wasn't Theo as well, it was Steve. So yeah, that was a very, very wonderful discovery. But yeah, I really, really like that as well, because I have my own theories about dreams being an access to multiple dimensions. Like I always prophesy, because I always believe there's an infinite amount of worlds. So your dreams are going to be infinite. Like your scenarios, your dreams, the world you live in. Like you could dream about you being rich, you could dream about you being a Time Lord, for example, like I do. But I think and I like to imagine they are gateways to other universes. Like, because I have, like I said, I'm a multiverse enthusiast, and part of my theory like, yes, your brain does act out like these dream scenes, and they, and like you could easily pass it off as, well, it's just your brain giving you these images. But I like to go back to this episode and think about perspective, about the mind opening up. And because you're in a resting state, and I guess there's not as much stress as there is, like, for example, me being active right now, it's, yeah, it allows the brain to operate a bit more. It's kind of like when you open up it's kind of like a computer, isn't it? Since the CPU is the brain, you got all of these apps running, and they take up more CPU. But if you have nothing running whatsoever, it gives it a bit more freedom. So yeah, that's why I always think, and that leads me to believe that when you dream, you see these dreams about you doing this or you doing that, and I always am like, it might be a bit of a shitty theory as well, but like at the end of the day, I want to believe that this is like a gateway. This is like your mind peeking into the multiverse, giving you that perspective that you can't do waking up. So yeah, I sound crazy, I know I do, but at the same time, I can't help but think, well, when you dream, it's you tapping into the multiverse. That's why you're able to see, like, yourself, like, because you're able to visualize these dreams, strangely, yet you're still asleep. Your brain gives you these visual, ideas whilst you dream, and I think that's your mind peeking into that hole, into that dimensional hole, and see what your life is like into another universe. Because like I said, to me, there's like an infinite amount of possibility, there's that infinite potential, there's infinite worlds, and I think your brain does that. So yeah, I know I'm deviating away from the topic, but um like I was just thinking about BB-8 glimpsing into the future, and I do like how Brit has this fascination about connecting dreams to this out of this world concept like time travel, and I can resonate in a sense because although my perspective is a bit different. I can resonate in what Britt is thinking, that these dreams can give you a glimpse into the future. I can take the assumption that these dreams don't necessarily tell the future, but tell the story of the multiverse, your story of the multiverse potentially. So yeah, but I sound crazy, don't I? But that's me. I am crazy. But yeah, what a chaotic end to. What a chaotic and beautiful and crazy ending to season 2 of the OA, and I just want season 3, but Netflix are bitches. So yeah. But it was a fantastic end, and I absolutely enjoyed I've enjoyed the season, and I enjoyed that finale so much, and I thought it was a really strong and solid conclusion to an amazing season. But yeah, that's it with the OA. So I will see you guys next time. You can check my video. You can check any of my reactions to the OA if you've missed them, since I guess there won't be a season 3 because Netflix suck. But yeah, you can just subscribe to my Media Pizza channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!